My wife and her affair partner humiliated me at a party, made jokes about our marriage in front of everyone. I stayed calm. Then I played their text thread on the TV, 2 weeks of messages planning their future together. When 40 guests watched them both try to leave. Original post. I, 36 male, threw a party for my wife Denise's 34 promotion. Spent the whole day getting everything ready. Ordered from that barbecue place she's obsessed with. Bought 3 bottles of her favorite Pinot Grigio at $45 each. Cleaned the entire house. Had about 40 people coming. What I didn't plan for was becoming the evening's entertainment. Denise brought Trevor, 31, from her office. Her work bestie, who she'd been spending a suspicious amount of time with lately. Late nights at the office, weekend team building trips, constant texting. I mentioned feeling weird about it a couple times. Got the standard, "You're so insecure," and "He's literally gay, calm down." Narrator voice, he was not gay. Party started normal enough. People eating, drinking, the usual. Then around 9-ish, Denise and Trevor parked themselves on the couch. Real cozy, laughing at inside jokes. That kind of thing that makes everyone else feel like they're watching something they shouldn't be. Then Trevor, powered by like 5 vodka cranberries, decided to be a comedian. "You know what kills me?" he announced to the whole living room. Denise was telling me her husband still uses a BlackBerry. A BlackBerry? Who does that? I have an iPhone 14. It was literally in my pocket. Denise cracked up, like genuinely laughed. "Oh God, yes. And he still thinks cargo shorts are a look." I was wearing regular jeans. Just normal Levi's. "Does he also need permission slips to hang with his boys?" Some random dude from her office joined in. "Basically," Denise said, "he's like, 'Honey, is it okay if I go to Dave's for game night?' Like, bro, you're 36, not 14. For context, I'd asked once if she minded me going out because it was during her birthday week. One time, Trevor leaned back, arm fully around my wife now. Man, I could never. My girlfriend knows I'm my own person. "Wait, you have a girlfriend?" someone asked. "Yeah, nothing serious though," Trevor said way too fast. I'm standing in the kitchen doorway holding a tray of pulled pork sliders I just brought out, watching my wife and this clown perform a roast of our marriage for laughs. My brother-in-law Dean caught my eye. He looked like he wanted to disappear. "Babe," I said, keeping my voice normal, "can we talk for a second?" Denise literally rolled her eyes. "See? This is what I mean." The entire room laughed. I set the tray down and walked out to the deck. Needed to breathe. Needed to think. Needed to not throw someone through a window. Here's the thing nobody at that party knew. I've been suspicious for like 3 weeks. Denise had gone full CIA with her phone security, working late constantly, and our bedroom had basically become a no-fly zone, if you know what I mean. I kept telling myself I was being paranoid. But 2 weeks before this party, I did something I'm not proud of. Her iPad and iPhone share the same iCloud. One night while she was in the shower, I checked the iPad. Open messages. The Trevor thread went back for months. And it was bad. Not kind of flirty bad. Full-on planning our future together bad. Apartment hunting. Explicit messages I won't repeat here. Discussions about how boring I was, how she settled, how Trevor made her feel alive again. I took photos of everything with my phone. Didn't say anything. Honestly, I froze. Couldn't decide what to do. Get a lawyer? Try counseling? I was stuck. But watching them tonight, humiliating me in my own house at a party I threw for her, using my credit card for the food they were eating and the wine they were drinking while making me the punchline. Decision made. I walked back inside and grabbed my laptop from the office. The one that's hooked up to our 65-inch Samsung in the living room through Chromecast. Denise and Trevor were still going. She was in the middle of some story about me, supposedly crying during the Notebook. I've never even seen that movie. "Hey everybody," I said loud enough to cut through the noise. "Since we're sharing stories tonight, I got something to show. Denise, this is that presentation you wanted help with, right?" She looked confused. "What?" I didn't. Already had the laptop open. Pulled up my photo folder. Clicked the first screenshot. It filled the entire TV. "Trevor, can't stop thinking about last night. You're incredible. Denise, stop, you're making me blush. I hate that we have to sneak around. Trevor, not for long. Once you leave him, we can stop hiding." You could have heard a pin drop. I clicked to the next one. Then another. Denise. He asked where I was till midnight. Elmio, I said work emergency. Trevor. Does he actually believe that? Denise. He believes whatever I tell him. It's honestly pathetic. Click. Trevor. Found a sick 2-bedroom. Want to check it out Thursday? Denise. OMG, yes. Can't wait to wake up next to you every day instead of Captain Boring. Click. 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 I just kept going. Let every message sit there for people to read. Dates, times, plans for their future together. 2 weeks worth of messages about leaving me while she was still wearing my ring. Denise's face went white. Stop. Turn it OFF. I kept clicking. Trevor jumped up. Yo, this is private. Private? I looked at him. You just spent 20 minutes roasting me in my living room, drinking my beer, using my Wi-Fi. Thought we were all sharing tonight. Denise tried to grab the laptop. I closed it and held it away. Turn it off right now, she screamed. Sure thing. Disconnected the Chromecast. TV went black. The silence was unreal. Trevor grabbed his jacket. I'm out. Yeah, leave, Dean said. He'd somehow gotten between Trevor and the door. But maybe say sorry first? For what? Trevor had the balls to look offended. For sleeping with another dude's wife? My buddy Keith stood up, while mocking him, in his house. We didn't do anything here, Trevor said. Keith laughed. Oh, just everywhere else then. Cool. Denise started crying. You had no right. Those were private. You had no right to humiliate me at my own party, I said. Voice was steady, but my hand was shaking. You could have just been honest. Could have ended things. Instead, you made me the joke. Her mom stood up from the corner. Denise, and what in God's name? Mom, he invaded my privacy. I saw those messages. Everyone did. Her mom grabbed her purse. I'm embarrassed for you. Trevor tried to slip out. Dean moved aside, but people in the hallway were giving him death stares. Some girl, his co-worker maybe, said, You literally told me you were single, as he squeezed past. Oops. Denise grabbed my arm. We need to talk. Alone. Now. We're done talking. Go stay with your mom. Or Trevor's new apartment. Either way, not here. You can't kick me out. Dean jumped in. He's a paralegal BTW. Actually, it's his house. He bought it before you got married. You're not on the deed. So yeah, he absolutely can. People started leaving. Some hugged me on the way out. Some looked at the floor. Denise's friends dipped without even saying bye to her. Half an hour later, house was empty except me, Denise, and Dean. Pack a bag, I told her. This is insane. You're being crazy. You cheated for months. Lied constantly. Then humiliated me publicly. But I'm crazy. She switched tactics. Turned on the waterworks. I made a mistake. We can fix this. Counseling. Should have thought about counseling before you, and Trevor picked out throw pillows together. She went upstairs and packed. Took forever. Kept trying to talk to me. I just sat on the couch drinking the fancy wine I'd bought for her celebration while Dean helped carry boxes to her car. Before she left, You're going to regret this. You'll come begging me to come back. I said nothing. She left around 2 a.m. I locked the door. Dean crashed on the couch. We just cleaned up the party mess in silence. Found abandoned plates everywhere, spilled drinks, half-eaten food. Around 4 a.m., picking up cups, Dean goes, that took balls. Or stupidity. Nah, she deserved that. Guess we'll see. Got a lawyer appointment coming up. Update 1. So it's been almost a week since the party, and holy crap the fallout. Woke up the next day to 38 texts. Most from Denise, ranging from, I'm so sorry baby, to you're a psychopath. A few from her friends calling me an abuser for publicly shaming her. The mental gymnastics here are wild. They watch her mock me, but I'm the bad guy for showing receipts. Ignored all of them. Called the lawyer my buddy Keith recommended instead. Next day Denise showed up with her dad Richard. He's always been cool, which made this super awkward. He knocked. I answered. Can we talk about this? He said. Looked exhausted. Nothing to talk about. She cheated. It's done. Can I at least come in? Let him in. Denise tried to follow. I blocked the doorway. No, it's my house. Show me your name on the deed then. Richard looked between us. Denise, go wait in the car. She actually stomped off. Like a toddler. Richard sat down. I stayed standing. Look, he said. I'm not defending what she did. Those messages made me sick. But she's my daughter. I gotta ask. Any chance you two work this out? Would you take Carol back if she did this to you? Long silence. No, I wouldn't. There's your answer. Fair. He stood up. For what it's worth, you didn't deserve any of this. And that Trevor kid? I'd like 5 minutes alone with him. Get in line. He left, came back 20 minutes later without Denise. She gave me a list of stuff she needs. Go ahead. He packed more of her things. Before leaving, she's at Carol's now. Says she can't afford Trevor's place, and he's not returning her calls. Huh. Shocking. Lawyer meeting happened. Patricia's her name, mid-50s, takes no crap. Showed her the screenshots. This is straightforward, she said. No kids. House is yours. Adultery's documented. State doesn't technically consider infidelity in asset division, but it sure doesn't help her. How long married? 4 years. Shared accounts. Credit cards in my name. She's authorized user. Car loan for her Civic is in my name too. Co-signed 3 years ago when her credit tanked. Patricia nodded. Cancel those cards today. As for the car, it's yours legally, but judges don't love repoing vehicles. We'll negotiate. Cancel the cards on the drive home. Called Capital One, Chase Discover. Said separating from spouse, protecting assets. Done in like 45 minutes. Next morning, my phone rings. Denise's mom, Carol. Everything's declining. All the cards. Wrong number. You can't do this. How is she supposed to buy things? With her own money? She doesn't have money. Not my circus anymore. She has a $73,000 job. She'll manage. Carol called me things I won't repeat and hung up. Couple days later, got an email from Trevor. Subject line, we should talk. The audacity. Deleted without opening. Then Denise showed up at my work. Security called. There's a woman claiming she's your wife. Tell her I'm busy and she needs to contact my attorney. Heard yelling through the phone. Guard again. She's refusing to leave. I went down. Denise in the lobby, mascara everywhere, making a scene. You cut OFF my cards. I can't even buy food. You make 73 grand a year. Buy food with that. My account's overdrawn. I was using the cards for everything. Sounds like a budgeting problem. She grabbed my shirt. Security moved in fast. Ma'am, leave now or we call police. This is my husband. Soon to be ex, I said. And you're trespassing. She left screaming, you'll regret this, loud enough for the whole lobby to hear. Professional. Next day, Patricia called. Your wife retained counsel. Guy named Donald Hutchins. Ambulance chaser. Already threatening to drag this out. Based on what? Claims you entrapped her. The public humiliation was emotional abuse. She deserves spousal support plus half the house. I actually laughed. The house I bought before I met her, that's what I told him. Look, they're posturing. She probably fed him some victim story. Once he sees evidence, he'll tell her to settle. What if she refuses? Court. She loses. But you pay legal fees. Great. That weekend Dean came over. We ordered pizza and watched football. Almost felt normal, except my phone kept blowing up. Denise's friend Monica. You showed those texts to her mother? Sick. Me. Your friend screwed another guy for 4 months, then mocked me at a party I threw for her. But yeah, I'm sick. No response. Another friend, Jessica. Trevor said you edited those messages. Fake them. Cool. Tell Trevor to sue me then. Also no response. The mental gymnastics to defend Denise were Olympic level. Then the next morning my doorbell rings. Look through the window. It's Trevor. This man has zero survival instinct. Open the door. 30 seconds. Look, man, I feel bad how things went. You feel bad you got caught. But you didn't have to nuke Denise's life. The cards, the work thing. Work thing. Her boss saw those messages. Someone from the party knows him. She's on performance review now. Oh, well, that sucks for her. Not my problem. You could have handled this privately. Like she handled our marriage? Oh, wait. Dude, relationships are complicated. Get off my property. I just think, get off my property. Or I call the cops and show the messages where you plan to move in with a married woman. He left. Got a text from Denise later. Thanks a lot. Boss thinks I'm unprofessional now. Might lose my job. Happy. Didn't respond. Back at the lawyer. Patricia had news. They're willing to settle. $15,000. Her car, You cover moving expenses. Counter. She takes her belongings, her car, nothing else. Patricia smiled. I'll draft the response. This isn't over, but at least I'm fighting back now. Update 2. 2 weeks out from the party. Denise went full unhinged. After I rejected that settlement, things got weird. Not normal weird. Like, is she okay weird. Started with the calls. She got a new number, guessing Carol paid since her cards were toast, and called me like 23 times in one day. Didn't answer. Voicemails went from "baby, please" to "you ruined my life," sometimes in the same message. Then got a physical letter from her lawyer. Not email. An actual letter delivered to my door. Hutchins was claiming I'd been financially abusive by controlling finances. Never mind, Denise had full access to everything for 4 years. Also claiming the house was marital property because she contributed to maintenance. Patricia called me laughing. Did she fix the roof? Paint? Landscaping? She bought decorative pillows once. That'll hold up great. They wanted $2,800 monthly in temporary support. 4. Context. She makes $73,000. I make $89,000. We're not talking massive income gap here. They're fishing, Patricia said. We'll say no. Then things got really weird. Got home from work one day, pulled in the driveway. Front door was open. Just slightly open. Called cops. They showed up, clear the house. Nothing stolen, nothing broken. But someone was definitely inside. Any ideas? Cop asked. My soon-to-be ex. But I changed locks. Maybe she made copies. Checked the cameras I'd installed. Yep, Denise came by around 2 p.m., used a key that shouldn't work anymore, wandered around for like 30 minutes. Didn't steal anything. Just walked around. Touched stuff. Sat on the couch. Cop watched the footage. That's breaking and entering. Press charges. Thought about it. Not yet. But document it. Smart. File for restraining order. This is weird behavior. Changed locks again. Got a Ring doorbell. Another $200 gone, but whatever. Denise found out about the police report. Text. You called cops on me? My house too. Me? Nope. You broke in. Do it again. I pressed charges. Denise, I needed my things. Me? You took your things 2 weeks ago. No response. Couple days later, doorbell rings. Carol and Denise through the Ring camera. Carol's talking. This needs to stop. She's falling apart. Lost weight, can't sleep. She's having consequences, I said through the speaker. Didn't even go to the door. She apologized. To me, silence. You thought so. Denise pushed to the camera. Looked rough. Please. I made a mistake. I love you. Trevor was nothing. Trevor was nothing for 4 months. It didn't mean anything. Meant enough to plan a whole life with him. I wasn't thinking straight. You thought straight enough to mock me at a party. Carol, you humiliated her. You're just as bad. I showed the truth. She earned it. They left after more circular arguing. But next day, that was the kicker. Woke up to my phone exploding. Texts from friends, coworkers, my MO, all asking, did you see Denise's post? Open Facebook. Denise wrote this long dramatic thing about domestic abuse. How I controlled everything, monitored her, isolated her from friends, financially abused her, and when she found comfort in a friend, I destroyed her reputation and career. Zero mention of the affair. Zero mention of Trevor. Nothing about the messages or humiliation. Just victim, victim, victim. Had like 200 comments. Half supportive, half skeptical. My brother tagged me. You seeing this BS? Didn't respond to her post. Screenshot it. Sent to Patricia. Defamation? She called within the hour. Possibly. Specific false claims about abuse. We could pursue it. Or you could respond. Ow. Post your side. Keep it factual. Don't attack. Just state what happened. Let people decide. Thought about it all day. Dean said, bro, she's lying about you publicly. Silence looks like guilt. Next morning I posted. Some false info going around. Facts. I discovered my wife's 4-month affair with a coworker. At a party I hosted for her, she and her affair partner publicly mocked our marriage. I showed text messages proving the affair to guests present. I didn't abuse anyone. I exposed the truth. I filed for divorce. Everything else is noise. Within an hour, people from the party started commenting, confirming it. Keith posted, I was there. This is 100% accurate. Denise's narrative collapsed in real time. By evening, her post was deleted. Next day, nasty email from Hutchins threatening to sue for harassment, defamation, emotional distress. Patricia's response was basically try it. Then Trevor got fired. Found out through the grapevine. His company hated the drama, and that girl he lied to about being single filed HR complaint. Karma's real. Next day, Denise called from another new number. I answered this time. What? Sobbing. Couldn't understand her at first. Then, everything's falling apart. Job, friends, Trevor won't talk to me, parents are disappointed, can't afford my own place. Consequences. I get it. I messed up, but you're destroying my life. I'm not doing anything. You did this. Cheated. Lied. Humiliated me. These are your choices. I need help. Money. Can't live with my parents forever. Get a roommate. Extra shifts. Figure out. You're supposed to love me. Better or worse. You voided that when you screwed Trevor. She hung up. Patricia called later. They dropped the support demand. Want $8,000 in the car now. Still no. Figured. Also, Hutchins is frustrated with her. She keeps changing her story, making impossible demands, ignoring advice. He might drop her. Good. Got a text from Richard that night. I know this isn't my business, but she's really struggling. Not asking you to take her back. Just maybe don't fight every little thing. She needs something. Felt bad for him. Decent guy in a bad spot. Richard, I respect you, but she needs to learn. If everyone cushions her fall, she never learns. Understand. Can't blame you. Grab beers with Dean over the weekend. First time I'd really relaxed. How you doing? He asked. Honestly, better than expected. Some days suck, but mostly I feel free. You dodged a bullet. Imagine if there were kids. Real talk. Played pool, talked about normal stuff. Felt like maybe I could move on. Then next day Denise showed up at my parents' house. Mom called furious. She's here, crying, saying you have her grandmother's ring. Do you? Mom, her grandmother is alive and wearing that ring. She's lying. Thought so. I told her to leave. The desperation was escalating and honestly starting to creep me out. Final update. Month since the party. Everything's done now. Week after my last update, Hutchins dropped Denise. Apparently, she was impossible. Changing stories, unrealistic demands, ignoring advice. He sent Patricia a withdrawal letter. Denise tried representing herself for like 3 days. Filed stuff wrong, missed deadlines, made a mess. Then Richard hired her, some young lawyer fresh out of school, who seemed way more reasonable. Settled 2 weeks ago. Final deal. Personal belongings already gone. Honda Civic, once she refinances, qualified with Richard co-signing. $3,500 goodwill payment. Patricia said this speeds everything up. I keep house, retirement, everything else. No spousal support. Split divorce filing costs. Not total victory, but Patricia said, you're paying $3,500 to never deal with her again. That's cheap. Fair. Money thing bothered me till Dean pointed out I spent more than that on the party. At least now you're buying freedom. True. Divorce finalized last week. Took under an hour. Judge, paperwork, signatures. Done. Denise looked defeated. Wouldn't make eye contact. Signed everything. Walking out, she tried one more time. Can we talk? Get closure. We just did. I mean, really talk. Nothing left to say. I miss you. I looked at her. This woman I loved. Trusted. Built a life with. Now, just a stranger. You missed the life. The comfort. Not me. That's not true. If you missed me, you wouldn't have done it. Walked away. Didn't look back. The aftermath. Denise is in a studio apartment now, working 2 jobs, including bartending weekends. Trevor blocked her after his girlfriend dumped him. Trevor's single, unemployed, living with roommates. Denise's friend group imploded. Monica and Jessica still comment supportive stuff, but never actually hang out with her. Performative. My life got better. Kept the house. Repainted bedroom. New furniture made it mine. Smaller, quieter, but peaceful. Work gave me a promotion last week. Different apartment, better pay. Boss said my grace under pressure showed leadership. I'll take it. Started therapy. Figured I should unpack 4 years of missing red flags. It's helping. Haven't dated. Not ready. Maybe won't be for a while. That's fine. Talked to Richard recently. He apologized for everything. Don't, I said. You didn't do anything wrong. She's my daughter. I raised her. I failed somewhere. She made choices. You can't control that. He seemed grateful for that. Last thing, ran into Phil from the party at the store yesterday. Hey man, just wanted to say sorry about everything. That night was intense. Yeah, you handled it better than I would have though. I'd have lost it. Almost did. But you didn't. That's strength. Maybe. Or maybe I was just numb. Whole thing taught me. You can't control what people do to you. Only how you respond. Denise chose to cheat, lie, humiliate me. Her choices. I chose to expose the truth and walk away. Mine. Some people think the TV thing was too far. Maybe. But watching her mock me, laugh at me, trash our entire marriage in front of everyone while secretly planning to leave? Something snapped. She wanted to play games in public? Fine. Let's all see. Would I do it again? Yeah. Maybe that's petty. Maybe vindictive. But it's also human. She humiliated me publicly. I responded publicly. We're even. Now we're done. Life's moving on. I'm moving on. Some days harder than others, but getting there. House feels like mine. My space. My rules. My peace. That's enough.